Welcome to the ManCave, where men are welcome. Women, enter at your own risk.
Yes,
Today is Wednesday, February the 12th.
Yes, sir.
And we is getting it in. Getting it in. What's up,
right.
DJ?
Whoa, what's down with it, you heard me?
I like your hat.
Vote for Pedro. Don't forget to vote for Pedro.
It's Black History Month, and you say vote for Pedro.
Pedro's black?
What country?
I do know a Black Pedro, though. I do know a Black Pedro, though. Let me see how it's spelled. He spelled his kind of different.
Okay. Vote for Pedro.
What's up, Tony T?
Not too much.
I see you with your Black Power fist on. What that say?
That's the Universal Circus. That's the all Black Circus.
Man,
shout out to the,
They had Universal Circus here in San Diego
Yes,
for the
they
first
did.
time
Yes, they
ever
did.
last year, and I missed it.
I was there. That's why I bought it from y'all. It was on point. They hooked it up.
You ever been to the
You
Universal Circus?
yeah. You brought it?
Oh yeah, Universal Circus.
I didn't know you brought him here.
Was that your first time going?
Oh, it was my first time.
How'd you?
I loved it. It was a great show. I hope they come back.
I hope they come back
or
too.
not. But
San
yeah.
Diego don't get too much.
No, especially not that
Black events. They took the Gold Coast Classic
Yep.
from us.
It was, because
It's
nobody
been
showed
down
up.
the
Man.
Yeah.
Nobody showed up
Yeah,
to it.
that was a good one there.
Man,
If you
I
get a
used to
chance to see
be
this
out
show, you gotta definitely check out Universal Circus.
No, you're saying it wrong. Universal Soul.
Soul Circus. Yeah.
And they got all the characters, the little tiny man, the ringmaster, all of them.
Yeah, so
Yes,
we're
sir.
going to go ahead and get into this show
Yes,
with
sir.
our New Word Wednesday. This
That's
is
it,
where
y'all.
I pick a word to enlighten y'all to start using or, brighten your vocabulary a little bit.
Education.
What's the word today?
Educate yourself.
Mm-hmm.
This word was brought to me from last week.
Uh-oh.
It was brought to me from last week because I felt as if someone was saying some real asinine stuff last week.
You don't even got to say what asinine means.
So,
because last week he was saying stupid stuff.
So, this week, the word is asinine, which is spelled Asinine.
Look out.
That is pronounced asinine.
Asinine.
It means extremely stupid or
Look out.
foolish.
Look out.
Synonym: stupid, foolish, brainless, mindless, senseless, idiotic, ridiculous, ludicrous, absurd, nonsensual. Oh, okay. Insane and empty-headed.
Ooh.
Like a bird on a power line. Bing.
And
Asinine.
in the words of my one of my favorite commentaries or analysts, Skip Bayless, you are asinine, as a 10, as a 20. Yeah.
You like Skip Bayless?
Yes, I like Skip Bayless. I like Skip.
Skip's an idiot.
I you know who I used to didn't like at all?
Stephen A. Smith.
Yeah, but I like him now.
Stephen A. Smith, he's real.
He real.
I
Skip
used to
Bayless
didn't
an
like
idiot though.
No, Skip Bayless
Skip
is
Bayless,
not
that's
an
not-
idiot. I like no.
He's very asinine.
No. Skip
But
Bayless.
you know what? One thing about
Shouts
Skip
out
Bayless,
to Skip Bayless. I don't know you.
Yeah.
he
But-
eat a lot of crow though, cause he put stuff out there and he gotta eat it all back up, cause everything he be saying be not facts. He talks about players and they come back in front of him and he be like, oh, I didn't know that. Cause he said Joe Flacco would never win the Super Bowl, ever.
Joe Flacco didn't win the Super Bowl. Ray Lewis did. And the Ray Lewis
did.
defense did. Joe Flacco didn't win nothing.
Flacco threw 11 touchdowns, 0 picks.
I don't care what he did.
Super Bowl MVP. Ray Lewis had
Anyways.
5 tackles.
Anyways.
Don't talk about my Joe Flacco. What your Lions do?
Oh.
It's only 4 teams ain't never won the Super Bowl, and it's one of them his, Lions. In Jacksonville, in Texas, and the Browns.
San Diego, too.
No, they won the Super Bowl.
They ain't won it. They ain't never won.
They ain't
Never won it. I've never been.
They never been. So, what, DJ? What?
You know I get sensitive when you talk about my Ravens.
Anyways,
Oh,
you
Lord.
sound real asinine right now.
There it is, y'all.
You got any shout outs?
Innocent.
Yeah, I got some shout outs. Shout out to the world, life in general. Hey, that's Tony's thing. No, but shout out to everybody that's listening. My boo boo Mimi.
You got him a boo-boo.
NFL Play 60, we started back up, to my New Orleans Saints, my 7 and 8-year-old team. Shout out to them. To my 9, 10, 11-year-old team, the Ravens. We're trying to get a 3-piece. You see this ring right here? We're trying to get 3. Shout out to this asinine dude right here, and that's it.
I got something I'm about to say. Whoa, slow down, Turbo.
Yes, sir.
You got any shout outs, man?
We give a shout out to Life.
I already did that.
Well, I'm going to do it the way I want to do it. Tony T is giving a shout out to Life. To my DJ's Radio, DJ Swole, to my co-host, DJ LJ, just Life in general. My daughters, just everybody. San Diego, Temecula.
Shout outs.
All of them.
Shout out.
Everybody.
Shout out.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Shout out.
Hey.
If you got a Valentine. If you ain't got a Valentine, still happy Valentine's Day.
Hey.
I want to give a shout out to all the side chicks.
Who gonna be sitting at home on Valentine's Day?
I've decided
Don't sit at home. Come
next
to
year I've decided for Valentine's Day I will be promoting a party called the Side Chick Party.
Woo!
Yes. Side chicks.
There's a lot of y'all out there.
Mm-hmm. Shout out to all the side chicks. Yeah.
Shout out to Achilles.
Shout out to DJ New Girlfriend.
Yeah,
Boo
shout
Boo.
out to her.
Yeah.
Me,
shout
Boo Boo.
Shout out. Boo Boo, me, whatever. Shout out to her.
Alicia, my baby.
She black, but she damn near white.
She Boo Boo? That's her name, Boo Boo? I thought I wanted a pickety basket.
Shout out my baby.
It's all good.
Yeah. She about as pale as your shirt.
She bleached
You
her
heard him
skin.
say that, right? You heard him say
She
that?
a cutie though. She got that
What she do? She bleached her skin?
she got that
You Michael
she got
Jackson?
that Lena Horne
Oh, look out,
slash
okay.
Jasmine Guy-ish.
Oh.
This
Okay.
show is called The Man Cave,
Okay.
not DJ's Girl.
Okay.
No, we
got
man
him
caving you right now. You
Okay.
in man cave.
She got a little Creole.
So shout out to LJ's.
Oh, whoa. Slow down, Turbo.
Shout out to LJ's dog. Achilles, the one he go to bed with every night. Only thing that gets into bed with him. Achilles, this big, tail this big. But
We
What
off
is
and
that?
running, y'all. We off and running.
My Achilles is a Doberman picture.
so what are we talking about?
Achilles is a Doberman picture. Talk
My
about
baby
my
said
dog.
don't do her that.
Don't do her that.
She said don't do her that.
Oh,
Don't do her that.
tell her I like the picture
Don't do
where
me
she
that.
had the little Michael Jackson
do me
curl.
that. Don't do her that.
She got some baby hair.
I'm gonna need you to get off my girl. Okay?
Yeah,
That's what she go to
don't
school
get
at.
defensive
What
now. You
language
know
is
you gonna
that?
be laughing tomorrow.
We should go to school. What language is that? Don't do me that.
That's
we
that
are from New Orleans.
New Orleans teacher. Is
Don't
she
do
Creole?
us that.
She Creole?
Yes, don't do us that.
Oh, I better
She
be careful
Creole.
because she might got
Okay.
some. She might got some
That's
chicken
what's up.
feet or something, but some calves
She
and
Creole.
spells or something.
She
I'm about
Creole.
to slap somebody.
She Creole. So
I can reach both of them too.
anyway,
And next week when he see his DJ with one arm, you know why?
Nubby.
Do it for the vine. Do it for the vine. Do it for the vine.
Oh Lord.
Anyway, so we're today's subject.
Yes, sir. We getting in on it.
Before we go into today's subject, we're gonna go to the WCW. That's the Women Crush Wednesday.
Oh,
I got
yeah.
a pretty one.
And because it is Black History Month for the next at least 2 weeks, we are going to keep it old school. So, if you will, DJ Swole, and right on cue.
And
Bam.
here we go.
And
Woman
we
Crush
always get
Wednesday.
pictures and stuff when we don't want them, but then when we do want them, we can't never get them up there. DJ Swole? Yeah. Anybody know who that is?
Is that Billy?
No.
No. That is she was a dancer.
She was.
If I'm not mistaken.
Upload that. Make that bigger. Let me see.
You know who that is?
Wow. It's not Lena
That,
Horne.
sir, is Josephine.
Josephine Baker.
Baker.
There it is.
Very
There it
beautiful
is.
woman. Very beautiful woman.
Josephine.
Josephine Baker. Yeah.
She was out there.
Yeah. Whoa. Don't be putting her out there.
No,
like
I mean
that.
she's out there as a good thing
Oh.
for the man that she was with.
Anyways, Josephine
a
Baker.
pretty
That
woman,
is
It's our women
that is
crush.
our WCW for the second
Right.
week in Black History.
Good. Yes, sir.
And yeah, very fine woman,
Mm.
Josephine Baker. So our topic
Lay her
for
mark.
today,
Yes, sir.
if you will, DJ Swole. Our topic for today is the black dollar.
That is.
The black
Black
dollar. How
dollar.
powerful is the black dollar?
Come on,
The
that's
black
it, y'all.
dollar.
And if you want to call in,
Call
let us
in.
know.
Let us
We're
know.
talking about your money, folks.
Mhm.
Folks get funny when you talk about the money.
Mhm.
760-798-9848. Give us a call. Let us know what you're thinking. The black dollar.
The black dollar. Well, you got any facts about the black dollar?
Oh, I got
Jay?
some facts on the black
Well, tell
dollar.
us about this black dollar.
The black dollar. Let me bring it out. The black dollar. It says, although blacks make up 13% of the U.S. population, 13%, they own merely 5% of all U.S. firms, and only 1.8% of companies that employ more than one person. So that means we ain't owning a whole lot, y'all. More than half of black-owned businesses had less than $10,000 in business receipts, dating back to 2002. Compared with 1/3 of white-owned firms and 28.8% of Asian-owned firms. So that means we're not supporting our own kind. You know what I'm saying? And it goes on to say that black African Americans will have $1.1 trillion, not a bit, $1 trillion in collective buying power by 2015. By 2015, 1.1 collective buying power, meaning black folks as a whole, the black dollar, will have that much say so as far as the buying power in America. 1.1 trillion, and it says, and increasing to about 1.3 trillion by 2017, making us a more relevant than ever.
So we spending a lot of money.
Yeah, we are.
But we're not.
What we spending it on is a problem. Exactly.
Like we don't own a lot of stuff.
No, we don't. What we going for is instant gratification. We're not looking at the long-term effects as far as our dollar goes. Because this is African Americans make an average of 156 shopping trips per year, compared with 146 for the total market. So that means we going out there buying 10 times more than anybody
as
else.
much as everybody else. Just ourselves. We're
Just
going
ourselves.
out buying as much as everybody
else. We're buying more than everybody else. And most of our money is being spent on what they say, household goods, or should I say hair care products.
Really?
Yes, hair care products make up. And they gave us a complete breakdown. Here it is right here.
Oh.
Estimated expenditures by black households. This is as of 2009. It's kind of some old data, but it still goes on the show.
5 years
Apparel, products, and services. $29.3 billion the black dollar spending. Come on, apparel. We want to look good, but we walking around broke with no money in the bank.
Okay, go ahead. I got something to say about that too.
$2 billion. Beverages, alcohol, $3 billion. We spending on alcohol. Beverages, non-alcoholic, $2.8 billion. Books, $321 million. Now come on, we spending $1 billion on apparel, but only millions on books. Come on, people, wake up, black folks. Look at cars and trucks, new and used, $29.1 billion. So we want to look good, we want to drive around looking good, but we ain't got nothing upstairs. Computers, $3.6 billion. Electronics, $6.1 billion. Education, $7.5 billion. It's not bad.
Okay, that's all right.
Entertainment and leisure, $3.1 billion. Food, the biggest expenditure, $65.2 billion we spend on food. Because every time we get together, we want to eat.
I bet you half of that is in New Orleans.
New Orleans, yeah, it is. 'Cause all that gumbo, all them po' boy sandwiches,
Yeah, they
all
eat
that.
some po'
Yeah,
boy.
yeah, that's what it right there. Yup. Healthcare, all of it. Household and related charges, $203.8 billion.
So what we spend the less amount of money on?
The least amount of money that we are spending on, when it's all said and done, is books. Books.
Okay.
That's the least amount. So we're not doing a whole lot of reading. $321 million is all we're
What
spending.
What you feel about that, DJ? About those numbers and about the black dollar.
What's considered a black dollar?
What's considered a black dollar?
He's just being difficult.
We gotta catch him up. Y'all. We gotta catch him up. As
serious.
far as that's dealing with
As far as the black dollar, meaning us black people spending money.
us black
in
people
America.
are right. How
That's
we
called
spend
the black
money in
dollar.
America. That's known as the black dollar.
Well, not everybody spends the money like it's put on there. But sometimes when you put on stats, and people like to put on stats, they will always put the negative side of the house and never put the positive side out there. Not saying those are not factual stats, but I'm just saying, yes, we do as a community, black community, like to look good, and we like to go get the Jordans and the nice shoes and cars.
Well,
and
yeah,
that's what I'm saying. We
that's
like to do
reflective.
those things, and instead of us investing in a house or education for our kids, we want to look good, and all of us has felt in that trap because a lot of us want to look good because we didn't have, and because growing up we didn't have it. We didn't have those the fancy this and that and the fancy this and that. So some of us do that once we get an opportunity, and then they try to do that to filter down to their kids to make their kids look good, thinking that's the way to go because we're not taught. Our mentality growing up is, well, I didn't have it when I was growing up, but I'm gonna make sure my child have that as they get older. So we didn't know any better, but we just said they're not gonna live the way we live. Now, had we knew better, like some of the other races, they don't care about what type of shoe they got on, but their shoes and clothes are tore up, but they're getting an education. But they also are well put off, not struggling.
So do you believe in my child didn't have, or I didn't have, but my child is going to have? You believe in that? Why?
Because I didn't have it.
But don't you think that comes?
I don't want my children to be like I was, the struggle and fights that you had to deal with. And
Why not? What's
I don't
wrong with
want
the
to.
struggle? The struggle that you had as a child built you into the character that you are today.
Man, you have right.
Yeah, but I thought you said you wanted to get past that. Last week you said, and we can rewind the tape from last week when he was talking about the struggle that we wanted to get rid of. We
I
get past
said
that.
your struggle.
Yeah,
Right.
Your individual.
But you told me
struggle.
I should get past that. Last week you did.
That's something totally different.
No, it's a struggle. But anyway, I don't want them to deal with what I had to do. Not saying, I will tell you this much. I'm happy the way I was raised. It built me a certain way, but I honestly wish I could have avoided it. If it was me personally, the things that I grew up, how I grew up, I wish I didn't have to go through that.
But you wouldn't be the person that you are today.
I might be off, and I might be somewhere else better. I might be, instead of me coming out of high school going to Southern University for track, I probably would have went to LSU for track. I probably would have went to another school for track. Instead of following, like shrimps, they all follow in schools. Instead of me following the shrimp to go to Grambling and Southern, and like I was coming up, I might have would have been like, man, I'm not going over there. I want to go here and adventure over here and do that. So if I know what I went through and the wrong steps, I don't want my kids to go through that.
But I see your point there, but I also see what LJ's point as well. The problem we have, as it points out, we too busy trying to look good and drive around in cars looking good, but when it's all said and done, like the article says, we're going for instant gratification, and there comes a point in time you got to break that cycle because that's what we're doing. True, you want your kids to have better than what you have, but at the same token, there's nothing wrong with your kids going through a little bit of struggle as well. It makes you a stronger, better person. Because guess what? You're not going to always be there for your child. There's going to come a point in day you're going to die.
If
And
they
if
don't
your
have
kids,
to, they don't have to.
Right, but if your kids don't know what it's like to struggle a little bit, they're going to be lost.
I don't know about all that. However, you could tell them certain things. They aren't gonna say they're gonna be lost. But what parent don't want their child to be better? I mean, if you don't have to go through what you went through, you try to do certain things for your child don't have to go through the same steps you went through. That's automatic. So if I know I grew up in the projects, I grew up this type of way, I grew up in the scatter sites, I grew up in this type of way, I don't want my kid to go through that. I'm gonna do as an adult, you too, you're gonna do whatever in your power to be like, I don't want my kids to go through that. That sucked. Going through that growing up as a child, it sucked.
It's a difference. It's a difference between wanting some shoes and needing some shoes. There's a difference.
That's the point right there.
What I'm saying is that if you grew up needing some shoes, that's what you don't want your child to do. You know what I'm saying? Right. I understand that. But to want some J's just because,
and that's the problem.
And we're also all of us is so being stuck in, I don't want my child to want for nothing. Okay, that's fine. But do it have to be the J's? Why couldn't it just be some shoes?
Thank you. Shoes are shoes.
Do it have to be the, now we're teaching our kids to be in competition at a young age. Oh, you ain't got the J's. I don't care if you don't have the J's. Does that really matter? She got some Nikes. She alright.
That's it.
She alright. She be good.
Even if she got on Psyches, she's still good. As long as she's walking out that door. I guess for me, I look at it as I would much rather for my child to have an education than to be worrying about what's on her, what she's wearing.
Now, check this out. I would never just be out here and be all fresh to death. I don't wear J's. Let me put that out there. I don't wear J's, but I do wear name brand clothing. I would never just always be fresh to death, and my daughter isn't. No, that would never happen. But she's going to be as equal as I. But at the same time, we're not about to go out here and break our necks and go broke for the likes of some stuff. No.
And that's what's happening.
That's not what's going to happen.
And that's what's happening. As it points out, spending-wise, we spend more money on apparel and cars than we do on books. And that's a problem. That's why you get a lot of, and truth be told, you get a lot of kids coming out of high school, they can't even fill out a job application. Can barely read. And there's a problem there. And that's where, as LJ pointed out, there's a difference between needing a pair of shoes and wanting a pair of shoes just to want. Because most kids nowadays got at least, I know my daughter alone, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 pair of shoes. And a lot of times they go out there shopping just because. It ain't like they need them. And it's just a want thing.
And in my household, when I was growing up, 2, 3 pair of shoes.
That's it. There you go.
Maybe 2.
There you go.
A pair of play shoes.
You had your play shoes,
school shoes,
your good shoes, and then your church
your whole
shoes.
wardrobe better match up to that one pair of good shoes you got. Your whole wardrobe better match up. DJ is on some, man.
We talking about the black dollar, and honestly, we have a lot of buying power. Like you pointed out, $1.1 trillion. But the sad part of it is, we're not owning nothing. You know what I'm saying? Last year, as it says, black businesses only had about $10,000 in receipts. So that tells us right there, instead of us supporting our own kind, we're going out there supporting the other man.
Which, by the way, I have something to say about that. They do not want your money.
They don't.
All these brands that we're buying that do not belong to us, they do not want your money. Let me tell you why they don't want your money. They don't want your money because once, hypothetically speaking, which is what really happens, if a hip hop artist mentions a brand, besides alcohol, mentions a brand, clothing, you have instant wealth with that clothing. Instant. But in the long run, it lessers the brand.
Yeah.
Your brand is hot 1 year, 2 year, 3 years. Right. Your brand is hot. But then after that, your brand is not the same no more. Case in point,
Tommy Hilfiger. Just put it out there. Yeah. Tommy Hilfiger.
They don't want it because they understand that before you got a hold of it, it was a brand that was classic, as they may feel, and it would always make money. Certain things, certain that's why they changed a lot of the when it comes to like polo and stuff like that. They have different levels of. They have the classic. They got the regular polo. Classic wear and all that stuff. DJ, what is wrong with you?
I am sitting here listening.
No, you're not.
He's taking it in, and I agree with what he has to say, and that is true though. Because case in point, Tommy Hilfiger made it quite known. He said he didn't want black folks wearing my clothes.
They don't want you to wear it.
He didn't want you to wear it. He said had he known, he said he wouldn't have put it out there.
Right.
And so he was just one of the only ones that was brave enough to open his mouth up and say it hurt him in the long run.
Where's Hilfiger now?
It's still out there, but it ain't doing nothing. It ain't doing nothing, right?
You wanna know why?
Because we're not buying it.
No, we're not. Because a lot of people walked away from that brand. Not only that, but it died off.
We're not. See, as much as people would like to think that white folk follow us, we follow them just as much as they follow us.
Yeah, we do.
Because we think that it's cool to go out and get Gucci. Who started Gucci? Who started Versace? Who started buying them things and thought that it was hot?
There it is.
Oh, now you got money, so now it's hot. So now we down here, the middle class and lower under, we're trying to go out there and break our necks to get the fake Gucci and all this other stuff. That lessens that brand when you do that.
Yeah. Well, that's how the boosters came about. That's why you got folks out there now in the swap meets and this other places selling the knockoffs, because guess what? You trying to live that dream. And so guess what? They gonna sell you a dream, even though it's a fake dream. They gonna sell you that dream, and you gonna be like, "Woo, look what I got," you know. And it comes a point in time we gotta wake up as black individuals. You know, we got a lot of buying power, but we're not using it correctly. We're not. I mean, case in point, like hypothetically speaking, you give a black individual. And I'm not saying this for all black folks. Don't quote me like I'm saying the whole race. Mm-hmm. But typically speaking, I know where I'm from. You give a black person $100 million, guess what? I say within a month that money's gonna be gone. Because the first thing he's gonna do is go out and he's gonna get a 2, 3, 4 cars. He gonna go out and get the big house. He gonna go out and get a brand new wardrobe, a boat, this, that, and the other. He's not gonna invest none of it. And before long, guess what? The money's gonna dry up. You get that same $100 million. Typically speaking,
do the same thing.
Don't get me wrong, some will, but historically speaking, though, as DJ pointed out, they're well off because guess what? They're gonna sit there, they'll spend it, but they're also gonna invest it because they're looking at the long term. Whereas us, a lot of times, we get caught up in that instant gratification. You know, look at me now. Okay, yeah, you looking good now, but what about next year, 3 or 4 years from now? Then what? Where are you at? And that's the problem we run into. We do, because I say grow up where I'm from, Michigan. That's why Detroit's in a kind of like predicament it is in right now. It's that instant gratification, and there comes a point in time I think we need to break the cycle. We need to teach our children. I know I tell my daughter.
It's so funny that people talk about Detroit going broke, but they don't realize that Orange County was getting ready. Orange County, Anaheim. Was getting ready to do the same thing.
Oh, yes,
as a matter of fact, they did do the same thing, and now it's one of the more richer places in Southern Cali right now.
Because what it is, people bailed them out. People came to the rescues with Detroit. It's because of the stick. I mean, truth be told, that's a black city. That's the mayor's doing this and Kwame Brown doing that, and so much shadiness and feistiness going on there. They're scared to go in there and help that city out. Because truth be told, hey, that's what started it all.
So if you want to continue with us to talk about this black dollar today, the number to reach us at is 760-798-9848, or you can Skype us at MyDJ's Radio. And DJ's trying to play the silent treatment with us today because he don't want to argue. He being some kind of way, but what he don't realize is that doesn't work for this show.
He's taking it all in.
That doesn't work for this show. So
good.
I mean, if that's how you gonna act,
that's it. So now, getting back to these expenditures. Black folks, call us in and let us know why are we spending $3 billion on alcohol?
Tony.
Yes.
Next time you come up here with some stats, don't come up here with just the stats for the black people. Come up here with the stats.
Well, we talking about the
but
black dollar, so I'm gonna
target
it to the audience and the topic that we're dealing with.
Hold on. Mm-hmm. Hold on now. You sitting here. Let me go the other way with this. You brought these stats about what the black dollar is, because the topic is the black dollar.
John
but
Brown,
you also got to see, we got to compare this to other races as well.
I'm not worried about other races.
No. Listen. Sometimes you got to just shut up and listen.
No, I got to shut up.
So if you sit here and you talking about we spending $3 million on alcohol. How much is another race spending on alcohol?
I'm not worried about that race. We're talking about the black dollar.
But
so
you're
we're
missing
talking
my
about
point.
the topic. I'm sticking to the topic.
That is
we
the
ain't talking
topic.
about the white dollar.
That
We
is
ain't
the
talking about the
topic,
Asian
though.
dollar.
That is
We're
the
talking about the
topic.
black dollar and the
Okay.
mistakes that we as black people are making.
We're spending $3 billion on alcohol. White
That's
people,
right.
the Caucasians, spending $5 billion on alcohol.
It don't matter. We ain't worried about the white folks. Because guess what?
But
Historically
but it
speaking,
doesn't-
white folks are better off than black
wait a
folks.
minute. Even if the white folks was spending $5 billion in alcohol, we only make up 13% of the population. So
Thank
that
you.
still
But
means
that's what I'm
per
saying.
capital.
But
we
but
don't-
I'm
still
only
means
per
per
capita.
capita,
You gotta
we
bring
spending
those
too
other
much.
stats. Have you ever seen somebody that when they bring in stats, they're comparing those stats to something else too? You just don't come in just one set of stats because
Well,
we focus on black. You gotta have that
It
stat
boils,
compared
it's
to
real
another
simple.
race.
We make up 13%
But
of the
you
U.S.
also
population, so that tells you right there,
Okay.
we're overspending
Asinine.
in certain things. I mean, that case in point right there shuts the whole deal down.
Asinine.
13%, but we spending $3 billion. Come on. Come on. It's asinine. It's true facts. And the topic is black dollar. And that's what I'm focusing on, the black dollar. And we need to quit trying to sugarcoat and always trying to compare it to this. No, bull crap. We're talking about the black dollar, the mistakes that we as black people are making. And it's time for us to wake up and face reality. We are piss poor when it comes down to managing money. 90% of black folks are. And that's why we're in the predicaments that we in. We don't want to support each other. We want to go out there and, like you say, get the J's. I want the car. Give me the Rams. Give me the this. Give me the that. Okay, you looking good today, but what's happening tomorrow? Case in point. Look at some of these actors and famous guys lead the NBA and they what? Broke because they went out there and did what? Oh, I want 3 and 4 houses. Give me 6, 7, 8 cars. Really? Is it really necessary? No, it's not. 1 home, 2 cars. You good. Why do you need a house in every city you play in? Is it really necessary? No, it's not. Piss poor money management. Let's just call it what it is. MC Hammer. Piss poor money management. You know? And the list goes on and on. Latrell Sprewell. On down the line. Let's just be real. And I'm not saying it don't happen to black people, to whites. I'm not saying it don't happen to Asians. But historically speaking, it's generally the white, black athletes and black folks that end up broke 2 or 3 years after they're done playing. And I'm not saying all of them, but typically that's what happens. And we need to wake up and let's be real with it. The black dollar, we got buying power, but we're not using it wisely. We're not.
Yeah, I do believe we have the most powerful buying dollar.
We do.
Because whenever you want something launched and you really wanted to get it off the ground, the first thing you do is go send it to the black community.
Because we gonna buy it.
And that's why they send alcohol to the hip hop stars.
And that's
hip hop
it.
rappers.
That's it. I mean, and historically speaking, we're always, instead of, and don't get me wrong, they do run ads on TV, promoting black colleges, but primarily speaking, back in the day, it was always what? The old English.
You know how long Ciroc was around before P. Diddy got a hold of it? Anybody out there, do anyone know how long Ciroc was around before P. Diddy got a hold of it? It was a drink that was around for a long time before P. Diddy got a hold of it, and then after he got a hold of it, it blew up.
There it is.
Someone give me that answer. 760-798-9848. Let me know the answer to that. How long was Ciroc around before P. Diddy got a hold of it? Google that.
Well, there you have it. And not only that, though, like I say, even at the advertisement. I mean, they're always advertising alcohol in the black community because what?
That's it. That goes without saying. That's in any community. Once you're in a depression or recession or wherever we at right now, the people spend more money on partying and drinking, That's the easiest drug.
Oh well, yeah, it is. That's the easiest way to kind of say you're drinking away your pain.
To deal with the pain.
Right. But it's time for us as black folks to wake up.
Get drinks.
We got the power, but I guess what it boils down to, we're not using our power correctly. That's what it is.
Ciroc been around since 2003. When did P. Diddy take over?
It was 2011, 12, something like that. It was just it's only been about 2-3 years that he launched that he took over, or they used to have him step in as a spokesman.
It hasn't been that long.
Yeah, it hasn't been. It's been maybe most 5 years. So that tells you right there. Now you going to clubs. He took over 2007. So it was out there.
2003. That's That's good timing.
But now
But
look
it's
at Ciroc
struggle.
though. Yeah, because I never heard of Ciroc until he started making the commercials and they put it out there.
So what's the point?
The point is, as LJ pointed out, when you want something launched, what did he do? You send it to the black community because we as black folks, what do? We emulate and follow our black stars.
If that drink do not, let's say it goes to, Michael Phelps.
Mm-hmm.
How long do you think it would have took for that drink to go from 4 years of struggling?
Right.
Then
He's not in that mainstream, so you can't say that.
Mike Phelps ain't mainstream. Just set the Olympic. I mean, he is everywhere. Commercials.
He's not
and this.
in that mainstream that P Diddy's in.
okay,
so you can't say Michael Phelps.
who would you like to be the brander of that?
P. Diddy's an entertainment. Okay, Mike Phelps is an athlete. Okay,
Exactly,
fine.
so that's
Oh,
orange and apple, so you can't say that.
he's a known figure though. That's what his point is saying. A known individual. Mike Phelps is
Who's
known.
the guy who? How long Patron been around?
Patron's been around forever.
That's been around forever.
And when did Patron blow up though? And who's behind Patron? And when did Patron blow up?
That's something we'd have to Google and find out. I do not know. But LJ's point is that, case in point, had you given Ciroc to a
being
different,
different.
to
He's
another
being
I'm
individual,
not being difficult. You
are.
channel what people are. P Diddy's an entertainer. Boom. That's who you go for after. Whether it was P Diddy, whether it had been Jay-Z, whether it been those are type of those entertainers. With those, that's great for that
Right.
avenue.
Okay.
right? But I'm saying the company knew that.
Why you pick Michael
he
Phelps? Is he
targeted.
white?
Well, he just used it
that's
as
what
an
I'm
example,
saying.
right?
I'm using it
Exactly.
as an example.
So that, you
that's-
think Ciroc would have went to Michael Johnson? He's a track athlete. No, they wouldn't have sold because he's not an entertainer.
Entertainment has nothing
Okay,
to do
so
with
if
we're
I
just
use
saying
Yes,
white-
it does.
If I use a white entertainer, it'd be the
Okay.
same difference.
Okay, Eminem. So you think if Ciroc would have blew up if Eminem had promoted it?
Probably would have.
No, I don't think so.
Why not?
I don't think. 'Cause
Why not?
I
You don't
just-
see
I don't think so.
you don't see no freaking beverage people. I mean, alcohol people going for athletes. That's a bad image for them and
Okay,
that
well,
organization.
so get off the athlete thing. Get
Okay,
off
you
the
said
athlete.
it.
but I know he used as an example. Okay, so maybe bad example. Now we flip the script. Eminem, he's in the same line
I think
work
it
as-
would've.
I don't think it would.
I think it would.
I don't think Eminem wouldn't have blew that up like that.
I
No,
think it
wouldn't.
would.
No.
Give it to Lil Wayne too. I think it would have.
I doubt that it would have.
It wouldn't have took
We
off
would
the
never
way
know,
that it has.
Because the
with-
products,
would never know.
because the products that Eminem did try to push,
Exactly.
and in the hip hop community didn't work for him.
Like what?
The clothing line, Slim Shady, didn't work.
Didn't go
Shady
nowhere.
Wear didn't
Yep.
work.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying
But that's
it
something
wouldn't
he
have worked.
created. But
No,
something
but
that's already out,
regardless,
just put a name on it.
But regardless,
Lil Wayne,
P
he
Diddy
could've-
got
put
his
Lil
own
Wayne.
clothing wear, and
Nobody
it's
wear
one you a lie. Sean John,
This jeans, that's it.
it doesn't
He
matter.
tried-
He
he tried to
pushed
put-
it. It's his
He tried-
clothing
but
line.
Don't nobody wear them sweats.
That stuff
Don't nobody
is
wear
in
them shirts.
Macy's.
Don't so.
What do you mean?
You make it big
His
because you're in
suits-
Macy's.
But no, his suits, people wear P. Diddy suits.
Yeah, Macy's because it's
Sean John
We're not about
he
to.
ain't Macy's.
We're not about. I'm not
Oh,
about to
get outta
do this
here.
with you today.
Jay-Z could have promoted Ciroc. Lil Wayne could have promoted Ciroc.
Exactly. You're exactly right. You are exactly right.
And look,
but
how-
Eminem could not.
Eminem could not promote
could've.
Ciroc.
Eminem
I think
could
he
not.
could have. I think
No.
he could have.
Eminem couldn't
Think
have
could've.
promoted that. I go on to say Macklemore. It wouldn't have blew up as much as it had. That's why it wouldn't. If that's the case, do you think Ciroc would have went towards P. Diddy? No.
So Ciroc only blew up because he's black or because he's P.
No,
because
no,
he's P. Diddy?
because
Yes.
guess what? Yes,
Yes.
because of his mass appeal, because of the appeal he has within the
he's
black
black?
community. Yes, I think
Yes.
color. Yes. That's
So why
why.
don't they just?
Yep.
Never mind.
Why don't
No.
they just what?
Nothing.
Well, no, like I said, if that's the case, why didn't they approach Macklemore? Why didn't they approach Eminem? Why didn't they
This
approach
was
Justin
at
Bieber?
that
Why didn't they
2003,
approach,
that's
you
a
know?
different- that's a-
There's
that's
a lot of
two
different
different
artists out
time
there
frame.
in entertainment field that could have promoted that. But like he said,
Bubba
anytime they want
How
something
you-
launched, they go towards
Swole,
black.
Can you do me a favor and see who went to who? Because how you know if Ciroc went to P. Diddy or P. Diddy went to them? Like, man, I can do this. Let me help you build your alcohol line. There's a lot. There's a.
See, and who was that?
Thanks.
My little Joe. Thank you, see?
So that's my point. So you think P. Diddy? How you? Because a lot of celebrities they go to other people like, hey man, let's go into this together as partners, and I can help build this up. So why P. Diddy couldn't go to the people that made Ciroc and be like, man, I can help you make this alcohol. We can make more money.
That's not how it happened.
How you know?
Because
can we Google that, please?
Secret's Gym went to PD Pablo, that blew up for the whole time that he was hot, and that was it.
And then as soon as PD Pablo fell off, Seagram's Gin fell off.
And he said that I drink it and they pay me for it.
That's America. He made it clean. He made it quite clear. Why? He said that.
PD Pablo.
Yeah, I'm just
Seagram's Gin. That gin been out before any one of your grandpas was alive.
Exactly. And everybody, guess what?
It just went out. That had nothing to do with
but Pablo. It didn't blow up until Petey Pablo put it out there. That's what we're saying. Ciroc was around since 2003.
No one was drinking gin until Snoop started saying gin and juice.
He pushed it. He put it out there. We're not saying nobody was drinking it, but guess what? He popularized it. He made it mainstream.
You're talking about liquor. We're talking about the name brand of a liquor.
Exactly.
Has gin been around? Tequila,
all these been around forever.
Patron is a tequila, right? Yeah, it's a tequila. So I mean, I'm just saying, bro. What are you saying? We're saying the name brand.
What we're saying, in order to get that black dollar, in order to appeal to the black community, what do? They go approach a black figure that people know.
Would you go to a black person to promote something that you want to attract a Caucasian with? Would you go to a black community? Would you go to P. Diddy if I wanted to get out some sandals, some open toe sandals with the little thing with the prong between your toes? Would you want? Hold
on. We got a caller. We got a caller. Caller, what's your name? That boy inside of this right here. Caller, what's your name and where you calling from?
I'm calling from Vista.
Uh-huh.
And so the Rock Vodka was established in 2003.
Uh-huh.
And they were selling 40,000 cases a year. P. Diddy got the contract with The Rock in 2007.
Right.
After that, they reported 1.5 million cases a year since then.
Thank you.
What's that point?
What's the point?
We already established that. What was the point? So we already established that.
The point he's making is that guess what? Until Ciroc approached P. Diddy and P. Diddy signed that contract with them, guess what? They weren't making any money. They weren't making any money.
Yeah.
Who promoted?
Have a good night.
Hey, what's your name again?
My name is Frank. I'm from Vista.
All right, thanks, Frank.
Appreciate that insight, bro.
All right, Frank, thanks. That's my dog.
But look, he proved the point right there.
How we know that?
He said Ciroc. The man said Ciroc signed a contract with P. Diddy, and then guess what? They went from 40,000 cases to 1.5 million. Had they not signed P. Diddy, they still be in that $40,000 to $50,000 case range. All we saying is because you know what they wanted to do? They wanted the black dollar, and guess what? They knew P. Diddy would get them the black dollar.
If I wanted to sell Abercrombie and Fitch, whatever that is, would I put that on Lil Wayne?
No, you know who you would probably go after? You probably go after somebody like Mike Phelps.
Oh, because he's what?
That's why. Hello, you just proved the point right there.
No. Because he's white going to a white community.
No.
Now we're black going to a black community.
Hold on.
The topic is what? The black dollar.
Wait a minute. Let's reverse this. Because 50 Cent sold vitamin water.
Yep.
For how much?
Oh,
400 million. 400
exactly.
million.
He was selling that vitamin water.
400 million.
What's your point?
Before 50 Cent took it over and before 50 Cent made it mainstream, guess what? They weren't doing that. That's our point. If you're trying to track the black dollar, because the topic, you're missing the topic of the show.
Coca-Cola,
it's the black dollar.
No. When 50 Cent had it, it was doing okay. It was doing okay. But when he sold it to Coca-Cola, right?
Oh,
when he sold it to Coca-Cola, it did even better.
When who sold it to Coca-Cola?
50 Cent.
So it wasn't doing good when 50 had it?
No.
So 50 sold it?
Right.
So what's your point?
Doing okay. It was doing okay. What I'm saying to you is that the black dollar. What I'm saying to you is that the black dollar it launched itself. The product launched itself. Basically, 50 Cent sold it. 50 Cent sold it, but Coca-Cola appealed it to a whole different avenue
Right, exactly.
of person, of people, of culture that will buy it.
That wasn't buying it. And that's what we're saying with Ciroc. Ciroc, was doing 40, like his man said, 40, 50,000 cases before
You
P.
think
Diddy.
without the black dollar initially that
Exactly.
vitamin water would be where it's at?
Nope.
Vitamin water is with the black dollar.
And guess what?
Without the black dollar
Right.
initially.
Or if they went to a sports athlete, vitamin water would have jumped up. Oh, it did, because they started showing commercials of a lot of sports athletes after 50 left. They started doing with a bunch of sports.
But what I'm
and
saying,
it
no,
jumped.
wait. What I'm saying to you is, if had it went the other way first,
Like,
they went the
to a
other
white
way
guy?
first,
If they went to a white guy for
and the
vitamin water?
athlete,
If they were an athlete, it'd have jumped.
no, because you got Powerade, Gatorade,
Yep.
and everything. It wouldn't have worked, but because it had
You
the black
still have
dollar
those.
initially.
You still have those. That means it wouldn't work out. You still have those.
Dog,
see-
that's why people don't get it. Okay, all right.
But see, I think what you missing, DJ,
I ain't
is
missing nothing.
No, you missing because the overall topic of the show is dealing with the black dollar. We're letting you know that in order for consumers, or should I say for businesses to get the black dollar, they go to individuals that the black community view
what I'm
as
telling
like
you-
a
what I'm telling-
That's
figure.
anywhere.
Wait a minute. What I'm telling you
any race.
is because of the black dollar.
Can-
Wait. Can I say this? Because of the
Why
black
they
people
tell
are
me
so
all
black people are so influential
Yep.
that the black dollar does two things. It can ignite a brand and it can destroy a brand.
There you go.
That's all I'm saying.
That's it.
It can ignite a brand and it can destroy a brand.
That's it.
period.
Tony agreed with you, LJ, and he agreed with me too.
No, I didn't. How did I agree with you? Because you talking asinine.
So, I see your point, LJ, but I also see your point too, DJ.
I said I see his point. He just
Okay.
made it quite clear.
Okay.
The we talking about the black dollar. You all here talking about white folks and all this. I don't give a damn about the white folks tonight. The topic is about the black dollar. And we're talking about the impact it has within the economy and the power we have and the misuse of the black dollar that we as black Americans put out there.
Since you got your fan base off in there, why don't we ask your fan base? Since every time they come in here 10 minutes before we end, they got to agree with you. Fan base.
Ciroc would not be where it is and they not approach P. Diddy.
So you don't think no other celebrity could have done that?
Am I on?
Okay, so
hear?
we
Yeah, we can hear you.
we're talking about
I actually don't know what the hell y'all are talking
We're
about.
talking about the black dollar.
We're talking about the black dollar.
One of the main examples of what we're talking about. We're saying if Slim Shady would have took over Ciroc in 2007 as
Like a spokesman or it's figure, right?
just right, and not P. Diddy, would it have done the same thing?
I believe so. Yeah.
I don't think so.
Eminem was hot back then too.
I understand
I don't
that,
think so.
but Eminem had his own thing going on, and he couldn't even launch it off.
He had a clothing
That's
line.
that's hard.
That's more difficult.
But
And he tried to create his own. It wasn't just already there established.
I do not
Clothing
think it
lines.
would've went.
Clothing lines don't last long.
okay,
The only- the
Sean
reason
John,
why-
but that's
hold
what
on,
I'm
hold on, let me
saying.
get
Sean
this-
John still has his though, and it's doing very
Who's wore some Sean John that you know in a while?
Yeah.
Dog.
I have some.
I'm not talking about you.
Okay.
You
You
have
said
no
who?
balls.
You said name somebody.
As
You
a
said
whole
name somebody.
No. As a general thing, who
Let me
goes
get
to the
this
store
out
and
real
be like,
quick,
man,
DJ.
I'm going to get these new Sean John jeans?
Yeah, exactly.
Nobody do that.
Look up Sean John now. There's like 3 shirts and some Docker pants. That's all.
He's still making
But
quite a
let
bit
me,
of money
but
off
let me
that
tell you
clothing line.
let me tell you what he's done though. What he's done is he realized that there's a certain kind of dollar that he can get.
Clothing
That
is hard.
there's a quick dollar. In clothing, there's a quick dollar, a trendy dollar. But he now make classic clothes. That's why his Sean John, he makes classic clothes to which it's going to always be around.
Well, you gotta be able to change up with the times,
Yeah, and
and
that's
I
it.
agree with that. That's why his suits are in Macy's and stuff like that. But the clothes that we would wear are no longer popular.
But that's what I'm saying. I just told you the black dollar would either
I'm about to
ignite
agree
a-
with you, little J.
Oh, my
Would you
bad.
just
I'm sorry.
Shut up. Let me get this out. The reason why, and here's where I think the direction you guys are trying to go in, but you guys are kind of arguing a lot. is the reason why it's pop. Yeah, I know. The reason why it's popular, the vodka is popular, is because that's what we drink. You know what I mean?
No.
There is, that's why it's pop. That's why these alcoholic beverages. Come on, you're not even a drinker, so how you gonna tell me no?
Because
I understand. Because I understand.
Hold on, let me finish my point.
All right, go ahead.
That's why you're saying Eminem couldn't have done that.
He couldn't.
Why couldn't he? Because he's white, right?
No, because honestly, Eminem did not have that mass appeal to the black community.
He
as
didn't?
He did it.
What?
No, he didn't. Hell no.
What?
I'm from Michigan. I'm from Michigan, the same place you from. Hell no.
Okay.
I'm not
Hell
gonna
no.
say. I'm not gonna say that.
Okay.
I'm not gonna say. But let me tell you why.
Now you're going into a different realm. You tell me one black guy who does not say Eminem is top 5 or your number one.
But that's a whole nother
agree with
show.
you. He'll agree with you
Hold
on
on.
that.
I get that, but let me tell you why he couldn't have. Because Eminem selling that drink is unbelievable. I can't believe him. It doesn't make sense.
But you're proving my point.
Because
of his persona.
So I'm saying, but to the other thing, black people drink dark liquor.
Not all black people.
I'm just saying, for the most part, we're famous for drinking dark liquor, Hennessy's, the cognac.
Who's buying Ciroc?
I mean, past the Cavassier, they pushed.
Wait, James.
They
who's
pushed
buying
dark
Ciroc?
liquor way before they start pushing lager.
We are
buying
now
Ciroc?
because of
Every time I'm in a club, a black person is buying Ciroc.
I know, but the reason
every time I'm at a party,
P. Diddy put it out there.
Every time I'm at a party, a black person is buying Ciroc. When we did our show, a black man brought Ciroc to the table.
But Patron
no white person has ever bought me Ciroc unless they didn't know what black people drink.
First, let me say Patron was the first light liquor that was
started to be. We're talking about Ciroc right now, right?
Yeah, but I mean, I'm just saying, dark liquor was first. We was drinking dark liquor first. Well, gin and juice. I mean,
yeah, I was gonna tell you about that.
Okay.
Gin and juice.
But we're saying is that what Ciroc did was they wanted that black dollar. They wanted a different audience, so they approached P. Diddy, say, hey, be the spokesman, be the persona.
That black people, everything, because white people ain't buying that, so everything that we gravitate towards blows up.
And that's what he said, right?
Blew
Exactly.
up. Cross colors blew up.
Okay,
no,
but
you know what I'm saying?
I'm also saying because of that, it also destroys a brand. Yeah. It destroys a brand simply because now
there's no longevity to it.
Exactly. That quick dollar. Then why did we go through a whole?
I said our disagreement was if somebody else besides P. Diddy could have did that. And I said Eminem could have.
I don't think he could have.
That's what I said. I never said it wasn't. I said P. Diddy could have. And I said when Vitamin Water first came out with 50, if they'd have went after an athlete, it'd have blew up.
No,
there's no way in the world you can say Eminem couldn't have done that.
I don't
captured the world when he came out, man.
I don't think Eminem could have took Ciroc from 40,000
I'll tell you why he could have. I'm gonna tell you why he could have, and this goes with Black History Month. Because he would have had the marketing dollars to do that.
Yep.
Puff Daddy didn't have no marketing in the beginning. Ciroc didn't start going up marketing-wise until a couple years ago.
Eminem on his rap, on his songs then.
Anything a white man markets is going to blow up. Guaranteed.
So.
Guaranteed. If it's that serious, it's going to blow up.
No.
Yes, it is.
Because I look at it this.
What hasn't?
Case in point, Tommy Hilfiger. Tommy Hilfiger didn't blow up until black folks started buying it. And then when he saw that the majority of black folks, it is true. That's why he came out. That's why he came out and said,
That's not true at all. That's a bad.
Tommy
Hilfiger in the
black
wrong direction.
No, that's not true.
Anytime a white man says, I don't want black people wearing my stuff, it's already paid. He don't need us.
Yeah, that's the point. But had I known that, he would have put it out there.
They don't need a black dollar.
It was blowing up, but I mean, we really put it out there like rappers and the mains. We gonna put it through them for hip hop.
Wait, Tony. That's you only talking about that because you black and you was in the black community. Yeah. What I'm saying to you is when that happened, that was the downfall of Tommy Hilfiger.
Yeah. You're right.
It had already blew up.
Is he right or is he wrong, Tony? Which one?
Look, no, I'm not saying that his clothes went out there, but we made it into like a urban, hip hop brand.
But that don't make it popular.
He was mad about that.
That don't make it
Don't make it
popular.
popular. Hilfiger was already out there.
I know, but I'm saying
And it's
that's
still
part
out
of the
there.
reason why
Yeah.
he didn't
A
like
bunch
it.
of
Because the
golfers
fact
that
that we
wear
made it into an
Hilfiger.
urban type
And
of deal.
CEOs that
That
wear
was not the route he was trying to go.
Yeah, and that doesn't make
So
it popular.
But so
Right,
it's still out there.
right after
Ain't nobody buying it.
right after Tommy
No, there's still people buying.
right after Tommy Hilfiger's hip hop run, it went down tremendously.
Thank you.
It went down. But now over the last 10 years, it's starting to come back, but it's only coming back to that era of people that he wants it, where they want it to go. Period.
You guys are saying the same thing though, because if you say this, you got to say the same thing about Ciroc.
Yeah.
There is no. They're only getting black dollars right now.
But that's the
They're
dollars
getting
that
club
they-
dollars.
But
They're getting show dollars.
but I just said at the beginning of the show, which you wasn't here.
right.
Well,
Wasn't here for that.
I said black dollars don't work like that for alcohol. For alcohol, it's actually a great starter because if you get it known, all it needs to be is known. It went from 44,000 cases
a year,
to
right.
100 to 1,000.5 million cases. Now, if P. Diddy don't ever promote for Ciroc ever again, you still come up. All you got to do now is maintain.
That's it.
You can't. But see,
What the heck?
you guys. You're going back and forth because you can't. I'm gonna go back to DJ's point. You can't say a black man can sell vitamin water that transcended across the board, like white guys, Filipino guys, black guys was drinking vitamin water, and then say Eminem can't sell can't sell vodka. Come on now.
I don't think he would have that
I'm
appeal.
just saying.
There's white guys selling Patron.
What?
What's that guy's name that's selling Patron? They got the Patron commercials. They got the vodka commercials, the 1800 commercials.
Yeah, the dude from the
I'm
Sopranos.
just-
You know what I mean?
Which one?
You can't
I'm not
The
say
dude from the Sopranos.
I'm not saying
give a
that-
reason like why because
I'm not
if you
saying
say in
that he-
2007
I'm not
he
saying-
was hot in 2007.
I'm not saying
Yeah, it
that.
was.
I'm not saying that he couldn't sell any liquor. I'm just saying that I don't believe that.
Ciroc.
I don't believe that he could have took a liquor that was only selling 44,000 cases and
Where it is now. I don't know.
make it sell to man, he couldn't even sell his own clothes, bruh.
That's totally different.
he sold-
Because
he
now
sold
you're going back to
Chrysler.
Sean John. I don't
He
know
sold
nobody
Chrysler.
that's wearing G Unit clothing. I don't know anybody that's wearing Sean
We're
John.
not talking about
Rockaware.
G-Unit.
Come on.
So-
All I got is Rockaware some jeans. I ain't
Hey,
getting no shirts. You know what I'm saying? Come on.
Eminem got Chrysler
Well,
on the map.
everybody knows clothing lines come and go.
No.
That's,
And
that's
then
just
he got
how it is.
he
They come
got
and go.
come on,
No,
we got
he
Chrysler.
did.
You got
Yeah,
Chrysler.
he
You
did.
doing the Chrysler
Yeah,
thing?
he did.
No.
Eminem was doing
Dog.
Chrysler.
And he was the hot, and to black people, he was the hottest rapper for a while.
And he was, because every rapper wanted Eminem on him, too.
So imagine
he
if
made
he's selling
Patron
something
go up.
he's selling your
I don't think
favorite
so.
tape and he's selling your favorite drink.
I don't
Yeah.
think so.
Come
I don't
on,
think
man.
he-
You
I
gotta
don't
know
think so.
marketing, man. You
I
gotta
don't
know
think
marketing,
so.
bro.
I don't know
He
who
wouldn't
we
have done
talking
that.
about anymore.
We done-
I don't think
Once
so.
again, Black History Month got me, DJ, and Tony T.
That's it.
It even got Green Light Radio up in here tripping.
Got
Talking
y'all
about
saying
that
the same
black
thing, but in
dollar.
different ways and still arguing.
Pretty much.
Talking about the
pretty
black
much.
dollar. We keeping it hot.
The Black Dollar, man. DJ,
What do you want?
I want you to take that Vote for Pedro hat off your
I
head.
will not.
Hit us
DJ,
with some
hit us with
DJ-ology.
some DJ-ology, man.
In the words of the late, great Walter Payton, when you're good, you say you're good. But when you're great, everyone else say you're great.
Okay,
All right. Well,
that's all good.
that was
So,
I
we
wouldn't
want y'all
call
to
it
know.
asinine.
Yeah,
It was all
and
right.
some and upcoming events. We're gonna hit you real quick this Friday night. Don't forget, rookies. They got the
A lot of people don't
you
even
got the
know
comedy
this
show,
shit.
the Valentine's comedy show going down. You know, been sponsored by My DJ's Radio. So hey, fellas, ladies, you know, who's ever doing the treat, whoever got the money, make sure you go out there and show some love and support. Got some great comedians lined up. $10 in advance, $15 at the door. Get your tickets. Go out there. It's gonna be a great night. Great night, great night, great night. So once again, it was a great show. Talk about the black dollar. Black folk, let's wake up. Let's spend our money wisely. Let's get it together.
Black History Month.
How many
on-
black things you go to and spend your money? Oh.
How many what?
Black History Month on the Man Cave, where men are welcome, women enter at your own risk.